Our guy Hunt Palmer continues to do great work over on LouisianaSports.net. I know he has put an article out there calling 3 fall position battles. It is safety, it is right guard, and backup quarterback. But I want to stay really with the safety position because we talked about it yesterday in length. It's one that, LSU just hasn't been themselves in the defensive backfield. Now, Brian Kelly's first year, they pieced together a group from all over the place that it really worked. And it's one of the reasons you got to the SEC championship game. And you had Greg Brooks and Bernard Converse, and you had mix and match, and, you paired that with some of the guys you recruited out of high school. But since then, it's really been just razor thin. Like, you've had some guys, but if, anybody got hurt, it was bad. And you also had some guys, let's call it, they were just not consistent. Former 5-star athletes that you counted on, you thought they were going to continue to develop, they kind of stayed in the same place. This year, right now, this group reminds me of Brian Kelly's first year at LSU. You look at Tamarcus Cooley coming over from NC State. A.J. Halsey, somebody that Taylor talks a lot about, coming over from Houston. You got Jackson coming over from Florida. Delane obviously coming over from Virginia Tech. Now we're talking safeties and corners here, but I'm just talking about as a DB unit. You pair that with an Ashton Stamps. Gilbert's coming back for another year. Now, we didn't know at the time he played injured all season long last year, and you're hoping he can raise his level of play. You pair that with Toviano and Spears, some guys that have been here before. DJ Pickett, kind of an alien out there. You're like, that guy is
I can't wait to see him work.
Young. And he does not look like he's a true freshman. So it feels like you are getting back to where you need to be because you haven't been there. You just haven't. It is what it is. That position group,
this position group
you've
just
squeezed
screams,
it as hard as you can to try to get as much as you can, but this one
just
feels
screams depth
better
too, right? Taylor's talked about it from the practice report. It's hard to tell which ones are leading the way and starting because they so much rotation. So the depth and that safety position is going to be at an all-time crucial high this year. We have to have good safety play because of the versatility you're going to face all season from the jump, from game one, from seeing Kade Clubnik. You're going to have great safety play, great safety discipline, eye awareness, being able to be shot out of a cannon to attack a quarterback that's trying to run, because you will face versatile, mobile, dangerous quarterbacks that can beat you with your arm, so you have to be good in pass coverage. But they have that second element that they can take off. They can scramble. They can do these quarterback called runs, that they have that other element with their legs, with their feet, that they can beat you. They can break a defensive's back. When a defense is playing well, things are going great, there's this other element that a quarterback can take off running, and it can break a defensive spirit. You can break their back when the quarterback continues to do that, make these first downs. So safety is going to be incredibly important this year. You have to, and it's from game one, man. The safeties, Harold Perkins, are going to be a huge key to beating Clemson and making a run and being able to beat all these teams that have these mobile quarterbacks.
One of the things that people don't talk enough about when you start talking about the safety position, obviously, playing in coverage is a big part of what you do. But I love what you say there about the mobile quarterbacks, because these safeties are going to have to be able to be as good in the run game as they are defending the pass. They are just going to have to be. When you look at LSU's schedule, and it starts from the very get-go against Kade Clubnik, Lenore Sellers, John Mateer, all these quarterbacks that you're going to play this year, they have the ability to run the football. We're talking about guys that have rushed for over 500 yards in a season in college football. We're talking about a John Mateer who ran for 800 yards. Diego Pavia, who can really – because when you played him last year – he was kind of injured all throughout the back end. I forget which defensive lineman fell on top of him, and it kind of changed the way that he was having to play. He still made a couple of plays, but he's going to be fully healthy when you play him this year. If you go back and you watch when LSU has struggled against running quarterbacks, a lot of people want to point to the linebacker position.
Yeah.
It's really been the safety position.
Sure.
And maybe at some point today, maybe when we come back, I want to pull up some of Milroe's long runs and show you what we're talking about with the safeties, right? Getting too far into the mix and not really playing their technique and not playing their responsibility as well.
Yeah, it's about gap. When we say gap responsibility, when we talk to defense about defensive line, that's usually who that is focused at. People that are trying to stop the run. And so you're like, a lot of the times defensive tackle, your job's not to make the tackle. Your job's to plug holes and make a running back bounce or have to bounce backside or cut and run them into linebackers. Well, when you're talking about quarterbacks, it gets a lot of the same. Like a lot of time gap responsibility is linebackers and safeties of just taking up an area. Quarterbacks run, when they scramble, they run to open grass.
Yeah.
Like I see grass. They don't have a running back mentality of, okay, there's only one guy there. I can go and try to make a miss. It's I'm trying to pass, and if I see grass, I go. But if that grass is taken, like if there's a safety there in where he's supposed to be, or in a responsibility in an area, it's not going to be like, all right, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, they're covered. Okay, let me run to this one safety and see if I can juke him. Yeah. It's not like that.
But running backs, to your point, like that's how we're taught. We're kind of taught, to attack the safety and then at the last minute either, make a move or just try to go through them.
Yeah, so it's just being sound and disciplined. And by, I kind of get excited when Taylor's talking about the reps. I know a lot of people want to see, all right, I want these 2 guys in there getting all the reps. But like depth is such a crucial thing on defense. And to know that we have DBs like that, that we have a lot of DB and the rotation, this defense screams depth at me. And I think that is a really, really, really positive thing because of the gauntlet of running quarterbacks that we're going to face.
Yeah, if you roll out there, you've got A.J. Halsey, you got TaMarcus Cooley as your starting safeties. You pair that with Harold Perkins at the star position, and then you talk about the backups that you would have available. Jordan Gilbert, who obviously has started a ton of games in the Southeastern Conference. Toviano had to play a ton last year. Spears had to play at the end of last year. That's the depth that we're talking about. I mean, even Joel Rogers is somebody that got a chance to play in the bowl game. That's another depth piece there for the defensive backfield that you just have not had in recent memory.
Yeah, and let me tell you, if there's a weakness that I saw in Kade Clubnik's game, so if Kade Clubnik has a clean pocket, if he knows where he's throwing the ball, if there's a guy running, he doesn't miss. And like a deep ball down the sideline, he doesn't miss like a lot of guys, they'll overthrow it, throw it out of bounds, underthrow it. Like he's going to give his guy a chance to make a play. It might not be perfectly over the outside shoulder, catch him in stride, but he gives this guy a chance. The weakness that he had was he misread multiple times throughout the season, misread the safety's leverage, misread his angles, misread his speed. He was not good at catching safeties and reading them in pass coverage. Now, it didn't hurt him that much last year because safeties did not make a play on it.
Yeah.
Now there's more, like you can go through and watch Kade Clubnik highlights. He had probably 3 or 4 long touchdown passes that should have been interceptions.
Yeah.
The safety just went through his hands, or he misread it, misjudged the throw. But I can tell you, it was a bad read on Kade Klubnik's part. So I'll give you an example. Like there's a guy running a deep post. There is a safety there to cover it, and he just doesn't read that the safety's there, and so he throws it. The safety pretty much like falls down, catches a touchdown. There's another one where he's throwing he throws a seam route, and the seam is basically the number 2 receiver, who's a slot receiver, running down the seam. It's either the numbers or in between the numbers and the hash. He's not the outside receiver. He's running a go route from the inside. He misreads the safety and doesn't see the leverage. He throws the seam route, and the safety should have had a really easy interception, but for whatever reason, he runs downhill at it, and then it goes over his head. He just misplays it.
Yeah.
Boom, 60-yard touchdown pass. So if there's one thing that is a weakness of him in the passing game, it is reading safeties. So not only will they be important for stopping his run and limiting what he can do on his feet in those first downs on 3rd and long that he can pick up from scrambling around, but I believe our safeties will get an opportunity to make a game-changing play at some point in the game by making an interception on a poor read by Kade Clubnik.